How nauseating is racing in VR? Can you get over it, and how?
The Freak Show.
Is racing in VR nauseating? Yes, it is at first. I went to a VR center once after just seeing a video demo, which was awesome, mind-blowing experience, of course. I saw that they had two Logitech G920s, so I immediately asked, "Hey, what sims do you have?" And he put me into Project Cars 2. Pretty weird at first to be moving without you actually feeling any G-force. So that was weird, but still doable. I didn't get uneasy at that point. Then he mentioned that he had Dirt Rally, and well, that's my favorite game, so I had to jump into it. I picked my favorite car, which was probably not good. It was a Group A, I think, Impreza in Monte Carlo, so quite some elevation changes. That got me quite warm and uneasy quickly, and that feeling just did not stop for about 2 hours. I was wanting to throw up, I would have loved to, but I really couldn't. In general, I feel like VR sickness, for me at least, is not really a throw-uppy kind of nausea, more a sort of headachy thing. While my girlfriend was, she was still in a virtual roller coaster, enjoying that, screaming hard. I was looking at her how do you do this? Can you, however, get over it? So after that whole experience, I was like, okay, I do not mind that I don't have the money right now to buy myself a VR headset. However, later I got rich, and I was looking at the option. I got one, the Rift CV1, and that actually only took me a week, about 1 or 2 weeks to get over it. I actually didn't read any comment online of people who never got over it after buying their headset, so that should be good news. Actually, an additional note, I still get kind of sick walking around in VR games. I don't play those too much, so maybe that's because I'm not that used to them. But walking with a stick is not natural for me, apparently, while racing and not feeling any G-forces is. Now, how to do it? First of all, eat well. Seriously, have a full stomach, don't go in hungry. Second of all, make sure that you are hitting your FPS. Headsets mostly are running on 80 or 90 FPS. Valve index can go higher, but that is really the minimum. Third of all, take it easy. Take a slow car, a car that you can handle. Don't pick a track with elevation changes. Don't pick an open wheeler. I mean, open wheeler is also very fast, but it's kind of good to have the whole reference. So the inside of the car. Also, fucking play with cockpit view. Don't pick the chase camera. You bought VR because you want to simulate actually being in the car. So be in the car, and then you have the whole the windshield and everything, dashboard as a sort of reference of this is stable, and the rest, the road and everything, that's moving. That's somehow that works well for your brain. I understand that you might want to jump into a Formula 1 car because that's the most crazy experience that you can have, but wait it out. Yeah, like I'm saying, good to handle, because crashing in VR, as you will see here, is not pleasant at all. That's the worst thing you can do. That's why I fucking hate it when people are new to sim racing and VR. I mean, I did it as well, but the first time, the first time they sim race is difficult, very difficult. And then first time you're in VR and you do something where you're out of control over your emotion, not a good experience at all. So either set them up on a sim rig on a monitor or put them into a VR demo, but don't do that. And fourth tip is, say, okay, I'm gonna go drive for 5 minutes, then maybe 10 minutes and 15 minutes. You just give yourself those 2 weeks to really just get into it. Don't think that you can take a long session and drive a real race straight away. No, you can't. Plus, also, don't take those 5-10 minutes very strictly. No, when you feel the first feeling of unease, warmed, or just a headache or something, anything, stop. Stop until you feel well again. Because seriously, if you feel just a little bit of uneasy feeling, the headache that you will have or the nausea that you will have after that is doable. While if you keep going on and you force yourself, you'll be sick for 2, 3, 4 hours. And you don't want that, because after that you will just not feel like going into VR ever again. We tend to not like things that make us sick, except for alcohol. Not sure how that works. Then, if you get a fan, put it in a room, have it blow at you. This gives your senses some type of feedback of, okay, that is that part of the room, that side of the room, and this somehow works very well. Also, you could really consider getting a wind sim. For more on that, check my video on that. And then the last tip is get some ginger. Seriously. I mean, I'm not much for homeopathic remedies. I don't know if it works, but it can't hurt. Just take some, bite some, chew some, or put it in your tea, you know. Pick up the herbs, yeah. Pick it in the herb tea, yeah. So, if you have any remaining questions about VR sickness related to sim racing or not, then let me know. Put it in the comments, I'll be happy to answer. Because I think VR is kind of the best way to enjoy sim racing. It's the most immersive, most real, because you have depth perception. And you can actually look around, like look for your opponents. Where are they? Are they crashing into me or not? So. And